Okay, so we're going to continue this week learning about our charts and our sounds on our charts. And we're going to go a little bit further. I am going to go ahead and drill these for you and just remind you that thra in three, and we have words like thresh, thrill, throne, thrust, throb, and throat. And you're going to see a lot of these on your more advanced readers, which are book 3 and 4 and up to 5. You'll be seeing a lot of these part 8 ones. Here's R in stars, and there are many words like farm, harp, ark, barn, charm. Then moving up, we're going to ch in church, ch in church. And there's many words, I'm not going to say them all, but I'm going to say a couple. Cheek, chain, and then O-R, or in morning, or in storm, north, corn, Lord. And then we have these 3 have the same sound. One of them is different, but OU is ow in out. And then we have words like shout, mouth, sound. And then we have OW, O in bowl, slow, blow, window. In that one, it's at the end of the word, so you have to watch for that. Now here's the other one that's spelled. OW is spelled the same for this sound, but it makes a totally different sound. This is O in bowl, and then we have ow in owl. Ow in crowd, brown, cow, and growl. So that's a big difference there on the sound. Then we're going to just quickly review in nurse, in bird, and in verse. And I didn't do the word since I had already reviewed you on the last week. This is one of the ones that I wanted to talk to you about it because it's different spelling, but their sound is oi in coin, oi in oil, noise, broil, point. And then we have oi in boy, oi in boy. So they have the same sound, but it's a totally different spelling. O-I, oi in coin, oi in boy. And I don't know what happened to my card. I was looking for it. Okay, and then we're going to move to this one. Now this one's a little tricky, and it's the double O. Oo in tooth. Oo in food, smooth, roof, spoon, boot, and goose. And then we have in book, in book. So even though they're spelled the same, it's a totally different sound. So just remember, be aware of those as you go on your chart A. Be aware that they're going to be making their different sounds. Here's, I already did those, and I don't have the card for in book, but there's words like look, took, and back to book. Okay, and then here's one that's different, W-O-R. It's war in worms. And words like word, whirl, worse, work, worth, and worst. War in worms. Okay, and then this one, the children are kind of familiar with this, even though, because we used to do a lot of words with ing, and it's the sound of this is I in night. I in night, and then we have high, right, tight, might, sigh, and bright. So the sound for this is IGA says I in night. And that was all the ones, or the new ones. These are, I mean, we're not there yet, but I can all, this is very easy. All and ball, tall, and then awk and walk and talk. And you are going to be working on things like that and continuing in your readers. And this is why I'm reviewing these sounds, because your readers are moving up. And this week, group 1 is going to be moving to book 4. And they'll be seeing a lot of those sounds. And then group 2 will continue on book 3. And it's very important, parents, that at the end of them reading a little paragraph or something, ask them some comprehension questions about the stories, because I used to do that with them, because I want to make sure that they're not just reading fluently, but that they know and they remember what they read, because sometimes they'll forget recall. And it's very important that they have recall, because a lot of times when we have tests and stuff, you'll be reading things to them and they have to have that recall. So it's very important that you do ask them comprehension questions. And if you notice that starting last week and this week, we're reading every day, every single day. The reading's already getting accelerated because we're going to the end of it. And please just do the best you can. We're looking for smoothness and good expression in their reading. And once you will see in your blog that you can read favorite stories, reread again. And like I said last time, we have our blend book. If you ever get stuck on something, go back to the blend book, have them recite that a few times, and this will help refresh their minds with little blends, which we started at first. And you're going to have several language papers to work on. On Tuesday, you're going to have, this is something of what we used to do in class. I haven't given you much of this because it's really hard for you to have to do this, but I would like for you to write this story for the students. And this story is about the clown, and you discuss, okay, the title, and then the sentences that you have your child read it to you. And see, here we go with the special sounds. Kirk has a cute clown, O-W, clown, and C-L. Pam likes to play with it. Kirk will share it with her. And there's your E-R, I-R. And then here we have, he will not pout or frown. Okay, and then what I want you to do with that, after you have the story ready for them, have them go over it with you and find the special sounds, mark the vowels, and if they like, as an enrichment, they can draw a clown. That's totally up to you if you'd like that. But it's important that they do get some of this in, because that way they will continue their learning how to look for special sounds and mark their vowels. Remember to review their 1 and 2 vowel rules often, and even drill their ABCs. I know you might think that, oh, that's baby stuff, they already know it, but it's always good, and you can have fun with that song. They know 2 versions. They know the typical ABC, road memorization, and then there's a Jesus song that they like to sing. Maybe they'll remember it if you mention that. I do want you to do something different. This week I would like for you to discuss rhyming words with them, because that's another thing that we used to do in class, and we would have a lot of fun with it, because I would put a word up there, and then sometimes the students put in a totally different word, and I go, well, getting back to, they sound the same at the end. So if you do that with them, that will help their enrichment in language. And just continue their reading. You will see on your Google Classroom, each lesson will tell you what they're supposed to be reading and how many pages to read and stuff. And that's just about it for our language lesson today.